And then I'm done for the night.
Yeah, we'll see.
Who wants to talk some beer? Who's ready to come on board and get on the Rod J BeerVentures ride?
Who doesn't want to talk about beer?
You don't even know. We're about to get into some beer here.
Ooh, excuse me, goodness.
A little DX action there, or X-Pac, or
Hashtag burp.
Hashtag no charge. No charge on that one. This is from the glory days of wrestling right here. This is like when it started before it jumped the shark. Right before it jumped the shark.
I thought you were going to do some Y2J. Break the walls down!
Don't think I won't. I've got a lot of stuff here at my disposal now. Trying to work a little bit more in on the different things. See if you remember this one.
Yeah, there's old school.
Remember the first time I saw them in a match? It was like, who are these guys? These guys were terrible. What that move was when he puts him on his shoulder and he comes off the top rope. Yep. He's like, you're done, son.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I've got a few tunes in here. It's definitely
little, Outsiders. The Outsiders.
Don't have the Outsiders. Let's see, what is this here? This one. Oh, that one doesn't want to work right now.
Oh, great. Nice. The first little video here is me getting up and going to get a beer here in my
Oh, my computer. What are you doing? Maybe YouTube blocked me now. Anyway.
It'll show you.
This one's an ode to Paul.
Ooh, there you go.
Undertaker.
Haven't seen Paul yet tonight. Maybe this will wake him up.
They taking a little YouTube hiatus?
He was on yesterday on some stuff.
Oh,
he's probably working.
Or he's passed out by now.
I used to love that theme back in the 90s when Undertaker would come out.
The Brothers of Destruction, they used this one for this too.
Yeah.
That was probably one of the better tag teams, was the Brothers of Destruction.
Yeah. If you don't know this, it's like you don't know wrestling.
Yeah.
Not wrestling, wrestling.
If you go back into YouTube, you know, look around, you can find some, like when Andre the Giant was like agile, dude. That dude was fast.
Oh
yeah, as big as he was. I mean, not the ones in his 90s. I mean, like back in the 70s when he was.
Yeah, you remember this one?
Was fast for as big as he was.
This was before they all formed together. Somebody!
Going back to some Attitude Era days.
Road Dogg and Billy Badass.
Yep. See, back then, back in the mid to late 90s, I watched a lot of WCW.
Right. See, I did a lot of WCW.
If any young kid watches this, that was World Championship Wrestling.
On TBS.
Yeah, on TBS. Yes, on TBS.
Jim Cornette, and you had Sting, and you had Arn Anderson.
Yeah.
Yeah, Four Horsemen.
And you had Kurt Hennig.
Yeah.
And who is it? Who was the bodybuilder guy?
Was Henning on WCW?
Yeah, I think
The
he switched back
bodybuilder
and
guy.
forth
I
quite a
remember.
bit.
I think he was a bodybuilder.
Okay.
Guy.
No, it was he was shit. He passed away not long ago. Oh,
In the WCW?
yes. He was a big.
Lex Luger?
Did the torture rack.
Lex Luger.
Yeah, Lex Luger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
We're going back, way back.
No. Yeah, Lex Luger is definitely from back in the day. Who's he? He was back because he used to go against Sting back then.
Yeah.
That was like his arch enemy, or as Dusty Rhodes would say, my nemesis.
My nemesis.
So what are you guys drinking now?
I'm back. Went back to the Centennial.
Back to life.
Back to reality.
I am drinking the Offbeat from BeerVentures.
Oh, some good stuff right there. Tom put me onto that when he was here.
Now I was gonna grab a Miller Lite, but I didn't want to get ridiculed.
You're in the freestyle now, so you know you can do what you want to do.
Be you, Eric. Just be you.
I got some camo black ice.
Don't let anybody tell you to not be you.
Just be you.
So that camo, that's like the malt liquor, right?
Yeah,
I've never actually drank it.
I can get. That's the only one I can get. There's like 3 different variants.
Okay.
But the black ice is the one I can get. It's okay, but it's got to be ice freaking cold. And as soon as it warms up, you're like, I better drink this fast or I better drain for it.
So have you chugged any?
No, I have not. That's like 10% for a malt liquor.
Just take it down, son.
All right, here we go.
Yeah. Tyler Mansell's in the house is just about
What's
to
going
pop
on, Tyler?
on a local double IPA package, March 13th by Oso Brewery, New England style. First beer in 4 days. Oh,
Nice.
Tyler's been off the juice a little bit.
What's going on, brother?
And he must have had a hard St. Patty's Day weekend. He took a break.
I did not go out on St. Patrick's Day.
I didn't either, but I'm an old guy, right? So
I did.
Did you and your lovely wife?
Outfest, but it was so cold. It was like, screw that.
You and your lovely wife, Todd?
Yeah, and my cousin and his girlfriend, and my brother-in-law and his girlfriend.
Nice.
So they had like a local pub crawl downtown Jeffersonville.
Yeah.
So it was like a couple breweries, a couple restaurants. It was actually pretty. A tap house. It was actually pretty good.
Did you drink green beer?
A lot of freaking people. No, I didn't actually drink any green beer. They were pouring some, but I didn't drink any. Or actually mixing some, but I didn't drink any.
I got a story for you. So my buddy calls me. Thank goodness he called me. He says, it was last Friday. He says, man, can you come get me? I'm at the bar. I don't think I've had too much. I don't think I can drive. I'm like, yep, I'll come get you. So I go in there, and he's finishing up. He had one more beer. He said, let me finish this last beer, then we can get in. I'm like, all right. So I asked the bartender, I go, I'm going to drive my buddy home here. He's going to have one last beer here. Said, you got any coffee? She goes, we have instant coffee. And I said, well, she goes, I don't think you want it. And I said, well, why? What do you think of it? She goes, I've had it, and it's pretty freaking bad. I said, well, then just give me a Pepsi. Because usually I'll drink coffee more than I will pop. So,
Evening, my bourbon journey. Welcome. We're just shooting the gip and drinking some beers. Anything you want to talk about? Throw it on out there.
Yeah, throw it in the chat, man. We'll chat it up. Right now, we're just watching basketball. I'm watching Florida State and Gonzaga.
That's what I got, Florida State and Gonzaga. Oh,
I'm watching.
I gotta watch.
I'm watching UK, Kansas State.
Oh my gosh! If UK loses tomorrow,
they're currently down
today.
You know, when I work with a lot of UK people. I'm like, what's up, bitches?
Yeah,
like,
they're down 7.
But I was saying in a low voice because we don't play till tomorrow night, so I can't really talk shit until we win.
You guys
No, you can, and you should.
He's like, "What's up, bitches?"
What's up, bitches? So who do you guys got for your Final Four?
That's a good question. Let me take a look
For next year?
Mine's blown up.
Mine is I've got 2 sheets. Well, actually, I've got 3 sheets because the first sheet I did duplicated. I didn't realize it. But my 2 champions, one is Villanova and the other is West Virginia.
Ooh, West Virginia. Do you think now West Virginia can make a Final Four?
Well, with everybody else getting knocked out, it's like we're going to be a top seed by the time this weekend's over, probably.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Michigan, they kind of, I'm from Michigan, if anyone doesn't know, and I'm a Michigan fan at that. But I'm surprised, like, with everyone knocking out, I'm like, dude, they could actually realistically make a Final Four.
West Virginia, my West Virginia sheet right now on ESPN has me in the top 88 percentile. So both by Villanova sheets, I'm in the 77 percentile, one to 69, but obviously now we're just sticking with the West Virginia one. Let me see what I got for the Final Four there. I got the championship against Michigan in that sheet.
Oh, West Virginia, Michigan?
Yeah, I got West Virginia and Michigan in the championship, and I've got Kansas in the Final Four. I had UVA, but see, you lose a UVA, but everybody lost to UVA. No, I had UVA to the Final Four, but everybody lost kind of there. Man, that bracket got blown up there. What is that? The South?
Virginia is one of those teams that you just cannot know, are they going to do well or are they just going to fall flat on their face? Like for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
They fell flat, and they fell flat hard.
Now that is either going to be something that they rally around, like we're not getting beat like that again, or it's going to the program's just going to just dive right off.
Let's see here. And I had Kentucky initially. We're going to lose to Arizona, which didn't happen because Kentucky's playing K-State now.
Yeah, I had UK beating Arizona, but I had them losing to Virginia in this game tonight. Which obviously is not
didn't do all that great. That's the thing.
They never do in the tournament. They always fall flat too.
No, ESPN, I'm ranked 1 million.
Usually them in Kansas always fall flat.
Yeah.
I'm fighting for the basement in my CBS bracket.
Low man gets their money back.
I asked them, I like, if I'm at the last place at the end, do I get my money back that I put in?
Oh, this one's for you, Eric. You guys excited for the new KBS release? Have any of you had the 18 release yet?
I just drank the KBS 18 release.
Yeah, so on the Founders Show, we just did my bourbon journey. Eric did drink the KBS 18.
Way better than 17.
Which is good for me because 17 was good, but it wasn't great. Good, but it wasn't great.
Hey, Eric, I noticed they have the barrel series stamped on that again.
Yeah,
are they doing the same beers this year? Do you know?
I would have to look on their website.
It used to not be on there until last year.
Yeah, there's the barrel age stamp right there, which if I can get it, there we go.
Yeah, it used to never be on there until last year when they included it in their barrel series, whatever.
Yeah, I'm thinking this. I think they might be coming out with CBS again, and I think I don't know if they're going to be coming out with some of the old stuff again, like their past releases that haven't been released in a while. But I'm not really sure what they've said. What's going to be coming up?
I have to look that up too. I'm curious now, just to see.
I'm going to look that up right now, Todd, since you said it. Yes. I'll share my screen here so you guys aren't just... There we go. You guys can see my screen, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is what we did tonight for our beer flow.
Let's see here. What I'm going to do is... Can I set it for you to present to everyone, or did you do it already?
I'm presenting, but I don't know if anybody else can see it.
Yeah, we can see it. We can see it.
Ooh, there's KBS, which I have. Backwoods Bastard looks like they're going to come out with. What's barrel age number 3?
Sure, where they don't really tell you until later on.
That's coming out in May to June.
So they are. And
then number 4 is going to come out July to August.
Okay.
But I thought on their Facebook site they said what they were going to have.
Oh, maybe same thing they did last year. Then.
Yeah. Come on, quit screen sharing.
They included KBS and Backwoods as part of the series now.
Yeah, the Backwoods Bastard has always been a favorite of mine.
Yeah, I like that's a good one. I like that one. I was actually gonna pop one of those tonight, but
pop a top.
My Bourbon Journey. If you get the 18 and you have the 17, you'll be like, that's what 17 should have been. I will say that. And Tyler says, yes, I'm excited for the KBS release. I found out today it'll be available only from 1 to 3 days.
Oh, damn.
We'll get, and then My Bourbon Journey says, we will get it the first part of April here in Wisconsin. Now, since I live in Michigan, we had it 3 weeks ago.
I think ours comes out the first week of April.
Yeah.
That's what I was able to get. I got a 4-pack and I got a bomber, which I still got the last one, the last 12 ounce I'm going to do a review on, and I'm going to age the bomber for a little bit. But I don't know how long to age the bomber for. That's the thing.
What's the ABV on it?
12.3.
I'd age it for a couple of years.
You can go for a couple of years or so. That thing, a few years.
I don't know if you
can wait that long. I'm just saying you can definitely go for a bit of time.
Yeah.
That's from either 13 or 14, so you'll be good. You can age out in 4 or 5 years.
Probably, Greg says, I can do it for 10 to 15 years.
Yeah. Hey, you could.
Yeah.
If you wanted to.
You'll do it in time for The Walking Dead.
I'm going to do, Todd, I'm going to do I think it's a porter that you gave me in a 16-ounce can, and I'm going to do the Zombie Dust.
Okay.
Which I can't get any Three Floyds beers here.
It was the one I'm thinking of, the porter. It might have been was that the 18th Street Brewery, I think, maybe?
What's that, Todd? Say that one more time.
So I think the porter that you're talking about might have been 18th Street Brewery out of Indiana.
Okay. Now, Three Floyds for me is about a 4-hour drive, about as far as I can go to Chicago. Well, if I were to go to Chicago, it would take me 3.5, 4 hours. That brewery's probably about that far.
Yeah.
Drive time, that is.
And it's probably maybe that far for me, 3.5. Hey, we ought to meet there sometime.
There you go. There you go.
So bourbon, as My Bourbon Journey.
Get Rod to come up. Rod can come up and spend the night, and then we'll drive up to Three Floyds and meet up with Eric.
Three Floyds in Munster, Indiana. My Bourbon Journey asks, what do you think the issue was that prevented it from being good in 2017?
For me,
yes.
I don't know. That 2017 was the first KBS for me. I couldn't get the 16. The 16 kind of just flew off the shelves. I mean, it was so fast. The 17 from the 18.
17 wasn't bad. It just wasn't as expectation-wise for.
I think 17 had more coffee to it than it normally had.
I felt like the 17 when I had it, I could have just about had a Westified Stout from Lagunitas and been not that much more happier. I mean, it would just and for a better value.
Okay, yeah,
but
I can agree with that.
But both are good beers. I'm just saying, for the value point for what you paid for it, I just didn't think it was to deserve that extra effort. Like if you get, like I got the Bourbon County Stout, it was $9.99 a bottle.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like, okay, that's a good beer. It comes out, once a year or whatever. The value with it, it's got a nice little taste with it and everything like that. I think the 2017 was better than the one I had a couple years ago, but okay, I can swing with that. But like the KBS was like, yeah, it was good, but it wasn't like, didn't knock me back enough to say this deserves to be at this price point.
Yeah. Well, a lot more hype than anything on that one for sure. Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, now there's some beers like, you know, that do live up to the hype, that you have some of those and it's like, yeah, this is as good as I thought it was going to be. But like when I had the Boss Tweed, shoot,
that Boss Tweed is awesome, isn't it?
Lived up to the hype plus some. That thing was solid for everything I heard about it. But when I had Boom Sauce, it wasn't up to the hype for what I heard. So
the M43 is good too. I had that yesterday, and I'm like, man,
M43 was good as well.
I always look over M43, and I really shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were solid. Those were really good. Thanks for sending those out, by the way.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
The Alpha King, I couldn't tell if it was an IPA or if it was a pale ale, and I looked at it like, oh shit, it's a pale ale. It says right here on the label.
Yeah, I was thinking that's a pale ale. Yeah. But the Zombie Dust is a pale ale too.
Yeah. Eric, have you had any of the other stuff from them?
From Three Floyds?
No, from was it Old Nation or Old National or whatever?
Yeah, Old Nation. I had one of their flights. Goodness, I can't even remember what I got when I was there at the brewery. I probably should have done a video when I was there at the brewery, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Goodness, they had one that was like 3.5%. It was kind of a low ABV ale, which I didn't care for. Oh goodness, I would have to go back and look, Todd. I mean, try them all again.
Well, drinking those two that you sent makes me definitely want to try something else of theirs for sure.
Bourbon Journey asks, you guys ever try any of the Central Waters beer?
Yes,
I have some in my cellar. I have some in my cellar.
We can get them here. They're everything I've had from them has been fantastic. If you can get them, I would highly recommend.
And
if I'm not mistaken, they're at a decent price point too. Like the barrel aged stouts and stuff, barley wines, very good.
And then Bourbon Journey asked if he thought the 17 would improve with some time. I mean, that type of style can depend on it really depends on your palate and what you're looking for and your taste. It will smooth out over a period of time, but if you're looking for, you might like it the way it is now. It's always good to taste it fresh, and then if you age it, you know what the difference will be.
Yeah. Like the KBS, like right now as it's fresh, it's, excuse my language, but it's fucking good. It's really good.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that because I live, well, Grand Rapids is only an hour and a half from me. It's really good. I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm going to age the bomber for a little bit for sure.
Yeah. And then, so today, not to get on a political tangent, but as far as it relates to beer, so Trump signed off on the tariff, which is essentially possibly going to start maybe a mini type of thing, like a trade war or whatever. But I know a lot of the breweries have come out asking not to have that done because of the cost that could affect how metal, aluminum, for the cans and stuff. So that's going to be kind of interesting. So we'll see how that plays out to see if prices jump a little bit in the beer world. But
maybe hoard your beer cans to see if you can get more for a deposit than you would at the store.
Well, you're in Michigan, so you can cash cans in, right? So value goes up in Michigan.
Yeah. Yeah. If it's more than 10 cents for a can, I mean, I'll go take it to the recycle center where I will to the fucking
place. Not to make a bad joke, but like all the opiate heads will be stealing cans. So
yeah. I mean, really, now that you said that he signed it, I'm going to see if aluminum for a couple of grams is more than 10 cents.
Yeah.
Just hoard my cans.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see for sure. So we'll see how that all plays out. But yeah, I flipped over to the Kentucky game. I see Barkley's on there with Kenny and them. So
yeah, I see it's at the half.
I almost want to turn it up just to see if Barkley does a complete sentence.
No.
Before he backs up and goes back to the highlight.
Will not happen.
It's almost kind of funny because you watch when they're all like waiting for Charles to get it out. You know, Clark Kellogg's like there, like he's not used to being with these three, so he's like not kind of nodding along with it.
He's like, oh yeah.
You know, last week they did a segment with Barkley can't tie a tie. He has to have somebody tie his tie for him. Before
remember,
he goes
like,
on there. So they showed like,
he didn't even tie.
maybe it was. They were showing like a video of everybody like tying his tie for him. Yeah.
Yeah, a couple years ago, he didn't
Like,
wear a tie.
why do I need to know how to do that? I got other people to do it for me.
Yeah.
Now, Ron, Jason Volher says, "Hey, Bourbon, are you watching the S4D?" And he comes back and he goes, "No, the beer guys are more fun."
That's good to know.
Cheers, buddy. Cheers. I don't think we can outdo that one.
Bourbon says he's not a huge Scotch guy. I like Scotch once in a while. I like Ron Burgundy, Scotch.
Stay classy.
Stay classy, San Diego. San Diego is Spanish for it. Oh, I never saw Anchorman 2 though. I don't know why. I never sat down to watch that one.
I've never seen it. The time I seen Anchorman was on my flight going towards England.
Anchorman's great though. That's a good one.
The Jack Black scene is hilarious. It's like, what do you love? The dog off the bridge. Yeah. Right now, what are you guys watching on TV right now? What kind of shows are you watching?
As of right now, I'm watching Gonzaga and Florida State.
I mean, like, is there anything to watch? Like, I can't even find time, while I'm on YouTube, right? So that's part of the time. But, like, I need to watch Jessica Jones. I haven't watched Jessica Jones yet.
I like The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, Big Bang Theory. Some of the Netflix stuff I watch. Some of the only thing I really watch like every week is usually Walking Dead. As far as the set time when it comes on, I watch Gotham, but I'm always watching Gotham on the replay. Or I watch Atlanta, I'm watching that on the replay. But for some reason, Walking Dead is like I'm always there to watch Walking Dead.
Hey, Rod, my wife and I started season 2 of Jessica Jones.
How do you like it so far?
It's been pretty decent so far.
Yeah.
We're only 2 or 3 episodes in, so it's not like we're way in it or anything. But
there's always one.
I like that show. I like that show a lot.
There's always one that I wanted to watch was Sons of Anarchy, but I never did get to watch.
I wanted to watch that one. I never got. Yeah. And the
other
one,
need to watch that one. That's a good one. You should watch that one.
I can't even think of the name now, but everybody knows it. The one where he's the dad from Malcolm in the Middle does the meth lab. I never got the chance to watch it.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah,
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. That's one of
Breaking Bad's.
That's like one of the best shows in the last 15 years.
That might be my all-time favorite show.
Yeah. I just never got a chance to watch it. And then you hear good things about it, but it's like mid-season. It's like 2-3 years in. It's like, well, I have to go back to the beginning to get it. Like The Wire, I used to watch The Wire, and I stopped for something happened and never got back to finish that out. That was a real good show.
But I will say, if you watch Breaking Bad, you got to watch at least 3 episodes because the first couple is kind of like, I don't know. It doesn't really catch you, but if you stick with it, you'll watch that in like 2 weeks. Like the whole series in 2 weeks.
Now, Redbeard said it used to be great. Silicon Valley is the real awesome, the new awesome nerdy show. And Silicon Valley is pretty funny. I don't know if you guys watch it on HBO, but that's actually pretty funny. I do watch that one when it comes on.
I heard that was pretty good.
Yeah. But Ballers on HBO is the one that's hilarious too, though.
I like that one too. That's kind of one of my guilty pleasures. I like Ballers.
The funny thing about watching Ballers is like some of these NFL players are probably doing some of this, but the NFL players are on it as well. And it's kind of like, how do they get into it? Like nobody's like going after them. I remember when ESPN tried to do sports night and stuff, they were like all after ESPN for doing that. Like
Ballers isn't the best show ever, but I like it. I really
it's like Entourage for football.
Yeah. And there's just something about The Rock. I mean, there's just something about The Rock. Like, you just watch The Rock and you're just kind of intrigued. I don't know what it is, but it's like.
Well,
I love watching those ESPN documentaries.
Oh, the 30 for 30s are always good.
Did you see the one on Ryan Leaf?
I did not see the Ryan Leaf one.
Oh, dude, that one's
I haven't seen that one either.
That one's really good.
The one on Ric Flair was really good. The one on
I felt sorry for him. I'm like, dude, what the hell are you doing?
The one for the Miami Hurricanes was really good back in the 80s.
Yeah, that one was too.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I forgot how good they were until I watched that again, and it's like you forget, like you can't celebrate in NCAA football because of the Hurricanes. Back then, you used to be able to celebrate touchdowns, and they made a rule because of it. And then, like how they changed the uniforms, like with the half crop shirts and all that kind of stuff. And then the game they talked about was Michael Irvin when they were going against Florida State. And it was Michael Irvin against Deion Sanders, and that was just like. I mean, it's a great 30 for 30. It's one of my favorite ones they do on that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
One of my favorite ones on that is the Fab Five.
The Fab Five was a great one too. Yeah.
And the Motor City Bad Boys.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, going broke. The one about the athletes going broke was a good one too.
Yeah, that was a really good one. It was shocking to see how many players were actually on that list, like at the end of the show.
I didn't see that one. I did not see that one.
That was really good, but it got into the whole stories of like some of these athletes make it and their families have handouts and stuff that, you know, like one of the players, like their mother was like, I carried you for all these months. You owe me, blah, blah, blah. I was like, really? Like,
well, not only that, but they like hire their entourage, you know, and taking money from them. And there's sports agents that are just like, you know, sucking them dry because they don't know, you know, a lot of them don't know any better. So that's just what they did.
And a lot of them
nothing left, you know.
With their friends and family, there's almost like a guilt factor they feel for making it that they have to do it, you know.
Yeah.
But I can see probably being a guy like that and making that money, you have to be cutthroat with some of those.
Yeah, you got to teach them how to fish. Don't give them the fish.
Yeah. You got to be like, F you, man.
Have you all seen the Bo Jackson one? 30 for 30.
Bo Jackson was a good one.
I've seen bits and pieces of that one.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite
ones
too.
You almost forget like he came back to baseball after the hit, but he replaced it, and he was still like almost at a Hall of Fame like playing level. I mean, he's like the only player that would have been Hall of Fame in both sports.
Oh yeah,
He's gonna play long enough.
Redbeard said, "I want a link, damn it! I want a link."
We're discussing it. But I'm trying to think what other show. Like, well, I'll tell you the other show I watched, but it's more of a binge watch. Is the one with the kids, the Netflix big hit.
Yeah.
Where you go back to like the 80s or whatever.
Things. What is that?
Yeah, Stranger Things. Yeah, great show.
Stranger Things. Yeah,
that one is really good. Although when that Winona Ryder looks like she's like cracked out on that show. I don't know what happened to her over the years. She looks pretty.
She definitely is.
Cracked out.
Hey, Rod, I started watching. I think you watched this. I started watching Punisher.
Punisher is good. Punisher. I'm waiting for the second season of that now. And
I like that. I'm about four episodes in, I think, maybe.
Did you watch Daredevil? Did you watch Daredevil as well when he was on there?
You know what? I started watching it and I just couldn't get into that one for some reason.
Well, the first season.
Although I like the one with him and Jessica Jones and
they're all together as Defenders.
Iron Fist, yeah. I like that one.
Well, the first
Defenders.
The first season of Daredevil slow until about the 5th episode starts to pick up, but in the second season, second season, the Punisher gets introduced into it. Because remember, they're all like in these suburbs around New York, close to each other. So
right. See, that's where I lost. I don't think I made it that far into Daredevil.
Yeah. So you got Daredevil.
I'm like, there's so many shows. If you don't catch me by the first 3 or 4, I'm out.
Well, Luke Cage. I mean, that was just off the hook with Luke Cage. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you know the comics, it's kind of interesting watching this. I'm trying to see how they're going to pull it all together at a certain point. Just because in the comics, Jessica Jones and Luke Cage go a different way right now than what they actually have on the show. So I'm wondering if they're going to loop back around. I don't want to spoil it, but it's just kind of interesting to see.
Right.
Out.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think what else. And then My Bourbon Journey mentioned the Ozarks, which I haven't watched, but I heard was a good show.
Oh, you got to watch that one. Ozarks is good.
Yeah.
I want to get a smart TV. That way I can get a Netflix account and I can watch Netflix on here.
Yeah. I like to just. I mean, I need to go like on a trip to Gatlinburg, which is like northern Tennessee. For people that know what Gatlinburg is, but people where Todd's at, they may go to vacation to Gatlinburg too. But you go down.
Yeah, actually, my wife's aunt lives about 30 miles outside of Gatlinburg.
See, there you go, right? And people get cabins down there. It's like near Dollywood, all this stuff, and you pick up moonshine and all kinds of things. But I was gonna go like a cabin for like a week and just catch up on the shows.
Go if you do it, go in the fall. Go in the fall.
Oh, the fall's the best time to go. Yeah, with everything taking place. But it was sad when we saw you had the fires and stuff down. And last time we were down there, we stayed around a corner basically from Dollywood, and they had what you call it? They had the fires and stuff that took place, and it was not that far from where we were. So hopefully those cabins are okay. But it's a great little place to kick back and relax. Like all the cabins got
another show. Change the subject again, real quick. Back to what you was talking about. Have either of y'all watched The Handmaid's Tale?
No, but that's another one. My wife watched that.
The Handmaid's Tale? No, I have not.
Handmaid's Tale, yeah, it's really good.
Handmaid's Tale and The Man in the Tower are two series I want to watch.
Yeah, Man in the Tower is. We started watching like the first season of that. For some reason, we stopped watching it, but that was actually pretty good too.
Yeah.
You know what I watch, and you guys might be surprised? Jeopardy.
Hey.
I'm surprised.
But I suck at trivia. I suck at trivia.
You didn't answer that correctly.
Ooh, sorry.
The funny thing
in a question.
The funny thing is, Alex Trebek tries to sound like he knows everything on the show all the time. I'm like, Alex, you're standing with the freaking answer right in front of you. You're trying to fool. Don't
I heard he had a stroke.
Did he really?
Yeah.
But he still didn't know the answer.
Man, dude, that's cold. That's cold, dude.
No, Alex, the answer is you're having a stroke.
What?
Another good one
is having a stroke.
Huh? What?
Another good one.
I like what Will Ferrell plays.
Another good one to watch is Westworld.
Oh, that's another one I watch. When that comes on during the season, I do watch Westworld on time.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
But see, they're trying to be tricky with The Walking Dead right now because they're trying to cross over one of the key characters to Fear the Walking Dead because Fear the Walking Dead doesn't hold the same. Like, I'm not going to watch it. I'm just not. I mean,
I watched it. I took like
Fear the Walking Dead.
There's like 3 episodes on DVR that I got to watch. It's like the only reason I'm watching it now is because it's going to cross over at some point.
Yeah, but it's like
it's just not very good.
Do you need like 4 Law and Orders, SVUs or whatever? I mean,
right.
You need all these NCISs that are on, NCIS Hawaii, Miami, Las Vegas, and occasionally someone will be on vacation and it'll be a crossover show.
Exactly.
It's Hollywood is getting lazy. Create new shows. Create things that are better. That's why Netflix is coming up with so much good stuff.
Don't make any crossovers.
Yeah.
You know, the other one I like too a lot, Rod, that you watched is Snowfall.
Oh, Snowfall was good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the second season. That was good.
Yeah, me too. That was good.
John Singleton did a great job directing that one. And Atlanta is actually a good show. Like, wow, I just got to catch up on that one. They won the Emmy last year. I forgot the guy's name, but he was on Community at one point. Was it Community? Yeah. He was on or Parks and Rec? I think it was Community. Yeah, Donald Glover.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
That one's got some pretty funny stuff on there too. It's just like we work so much, do everything else, and it's like you already get chance to sit back and just relax and watch some of these.
Yeah.
Did you watch that movie? Shit, I forget the name of it up now. It was up for Academy Award. Key and Peele, whichever one
Get
it was.
Out?
It actually.
It was the Get Out movie.
Yeah, the Get Out. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I watched Get Out.
What did you think about that?
Here's my thing on Get Out. I was lost from it from the first point. Like, I'm a plot type person, right? So when he was like out there and all this stuff was happening, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you don't notice everything taking place here? And it's kind of like, it's like,
true. That is true.
You know, I don't know if you know or not, but I'm a black guy, right? So I'm thinking, I'm watching it. I don't know any black guy that would not see all these signs that are taking place out here. You're not doing anything. You're kind of just like, I don't know. So I don't know. It was kind of like it was cliche in some moments.
Black guys would you know that would go out there to begin with,
right? Yeah, you go out there, but you would see certain things like in the house when you first got, even before you got hypnotized. Going out there wouldn't have been that bad, but you're seeing those other words like, nah, I'm going back to the city. I don't know what's going on. You know, you call your boy up, come pick me up, whatever it may be. And it was just like,
yo, come pick me up. I'm bouncing right now. I'm out.
It just feels like it was so far-fetched on some points, and it was like, it's kind of like the whole cliche thing. It's like when they show like the old Friday 13th movies, and it would always be someone that falls in the woods, one of the women or whatever, right. Or running in the hills. Like if you're being chased by Jason or something, wouldn't you take the heels off? Every woman I know would take the heels off and actually run a little quicker, but they put this in movies. Yeah. But, you know, he got noted for it, and he got mad because they put it like kind of in the comedy area, not the drama area. I'm like, dude, that was funny. It was funny because I don't know anybody that would do some of this stuff. So for me, it was a comedy. I don't know what to tell you on that part.
You know, I never thought about that while I was watching it, but now that you say that, I'm looking back and I'm thinking, I could totally see that. Like, why would you even be there to begin with?
Right. I mean, it's just like there's things that happen, and it's like, I guess some people get caught up in the moment, they don't notice stuff, but I'm looking at it like, why would you do that? You know, why would you? Yeah. It's kind of like, you know, if you hear noises, you know, back in the old routine, for instance, like Eddie Murphy when he did his stand-up, and he's like, Amityville Horror. It's like, why would you go back in the house, you know?
Right.
Like Poltergeist.
Like, I'm
sorry, Caroline.
I don't care. I'm walking to the nearest station, cab. I don't care. I'm out of here. I ain't going back into the house.
Amityville Horror. The dog's in the house. Fuck the dog. We're out. The dog's gone. Forget it. We get a new dog. He had his chance to get out too, and he didn't do it. Oh man, but yeah, I mean, it was okay. It was just you know, it's not really back, but I guess the whole thing with the Shape of Water was like the big winner. Like people love that movie, which is one of those artsy type films.
I haven't seen that yet. Have you seen that?
No, I probably won't see it either. My wife wanted to go see it. I'm like, I'm not sitting here for 2 hours to watch some woman make love to a fish.
I'm surprised. Well, that's true. I've heard that too, but I'm surprised you haven't watched it because it was the same director who did The Strain, right?
It's just but it's too artsy for me. It's just like not for me to sit there. I might watch it when it comes on HBO or something. But I'm not going to a movie to watch something like that. Like nowadays, when you go to a movie, you spend those kind of money, it better be a damn good movie where you want to see it there. Like
no shit, I saw Black Panther, it's like $50.
When I saw Black Panther at the theater, that's a movie you see at the theater. When I see the Avengers, it'll be in the theater. When I go to see some of these other ones that are coming out, like these big blast type movies, I want to be in the theater where I can experience the full Dolby thing blasting in my face. I'm getting a big screen effect. I'm getting all that stuff happening. So yeah, I'm not going to go see some sappy type movie and just be like, oh yeah, woohoo. You know, it's not worth me paying $40.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, true.
Some big action flick for sure.
Deadpool 2. Cheers, guys. You guys see the new Deadpool 2 trailer that came out today?
Eric said, oh no. What are you doing?
Damn right, baby, I'm here. I was in Sudbury today doing some work training stuff, and you guys are not near where I am. Sudbury is another city about an hour and a half from where I am. I go there often for work, but I had to go there to go do some training today, and I bought a pale ale by Black Oak Brewing, thinking I hadn't had it before, and then I got home and then I did my YouTube channel search and realized I have had it before, so I'm just drinking it now, and it is not fresh.
What's the date on it? No date?
There's something there, but it's complete. There's just lines. Their date machine was having a small seizure when it did this kind of apparently. I don't know. But yeah, there's something not right about for a pale, unless it's the most English pale ale ever, where it's just I don't even know. It's malty, but still kind of bitter. It's weird. It's odd.
Yeah, I don't even buy IPAs without dates on them anymore for the most part now. That's
the thing. For me, I was in a bit of a rush leaving because my buddy was the one driving. So I was like, stop by this LCBO really quick and I'll run in. And a small town and they had nothing, but I know I got 2 that were not something I've had before, so that's cool. But this was
no
not
Molson.
Those are my like backup kind of end of the. If you ever see me doing Molson or any super macro beers like with frequency, I'm at the point where my daily drink vlog is going to die because I can't find any new. I want to get. My goal is to get to 1,000. I haven't missed a day yet. I'm at like 816 or something now. I've done that many beers / ciders in a row, and I'm very proud of myself. I'd like to hit like 1,000, and then I'll be like, you know what? Unless like randomly I get like super big and a bunch of breweries want to send me stuff all the time, and I can get new stuff. But if by 1,000, I can't really. I'm still where I am now. It's going to be like, you know what? The daily drink vlog is going to become like the weekly drink vlog or something like that. Because
I'm only at 600.
You're down in an area.
I'm only at 442. I mean, I'm a small guy.
Rod, you've got an insane number of beers in your cellar, though. Like that, you've got some crazy awesome beers. Eric, sorry, where are you? Where are you?
Say that again.
Your locational.
Oh, Michigan.
So I believe where you are, probably, I'd say more or less most locations in Michigan, you've got a better chance of being able to do a small trip somewhere and get a lot more different new beers than I can do. That's my problem, is if I want new beers right now, I have to travel to the breweries basically, or order online and pay that goddamn shipping fee.
Hey,
that's not nice.
Do live beer reviews right at the brewery.
There you go.
Again, I don't have a whole lot of. If they have Wi-Fi, that's okay. I can do that. But if not, then I don't have a whole lot.
Does your phone record video?
Yeah, just do it on your phone.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be live, but that's actually my plan. Is that anytime I do go to a brewery, I bring all my stuff and I try to do an on-location daily drink vlog or two. Like when I went down south and visited Chad, the albino rhino there, I did a bunch of on-location stuff, and so but again, that's my problem right now. Is I do need to make a trip, and I don't have a whole lot of extra money or extra time to do that right now. It's kind of annoying. Good times. Yay me. Cheers, everybody. Yeah.
Well, Jamie says, I only go to the theater for really big movies like Brokeback Mountain and Joey. So,
did you say Brokeback Mountain?
Yeah. That's Jamie.
That's awesome.
Cheers, Jamie. That's on you.
Jamie's basement beer. So.
That's on you, Jamie. That's on you.
As Joe would say, that's on you.
And Hillbilly says, why isn't everyone watching basketball? We're doing both. We're
watching. We're watching. Just relax. Take a TO.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not watching basketball. I don't. Hey. There's aside from baseball, I like playing sports. If someone wants to play some sports, but I don't.
I'll catch a Tigers game from every now and then.
And I've never been to any live sporting event aside from going to Toronto to see the Blue Jays. I've never been to like an NFL game or an NBA. I'd be down to go and see like probably the Raptors play an NBA game, or I don't like whatever closest NFL team to Canada is to see one of their games, because
be a Buffalo.
I've seen like it's in like
on the Eastern end. If you're Western,
so some of you Americans, I'm imagining by the way you guys are. Some of you guys are fucking crazy with your goddamn football, man.
Well, don't you guys go crazy in hockey?
It's some of them. Me myself, and again, like it's
Redbeard. We're the only team that can go 0-16 and sell out our stadium.
The Toronto Maple Leafs. Well, I don't know what team, but you're talking about football. I'm assuming.
Yeah, the Lions.
Okay, because I know that like as far as the NHL goes. The Toronto Maple Leafs is apparently the most profitable team in the league, even though they haven't won anything in a long while. Like
Vancouver, is it?
Well, that's called collective bargaining. It's really good.
No, like Toronto. Like there's this weird. Like I live in an area where it's like I live kind of between like Montreal and Toronto, and the rivalry between Montreal and Toronto fans is some of the most ridiculous stuff you'll ever see in your life. It's crazy.
I'm surprised Vancouver isn't big.
They're big, but they're just not the region itself isn't as popular.
Yeah.
Toronto, there's fucking like Southern Ontario is where like I don't know the percentage, but I'm going to say probably almost, if not at least half of the country lives in that kind of little bubble down there. Like Canada's a huge country, and a lot of it is really kind of empty. It's weird.
Yeah, for the you think of the size and stuff, really for the population, there's a lot of open area there.
Well, yeah, you guys are smaller than us, and your population is 300-ish. How much, sorry?
It's like 370.
Oh, so you're getting close to 4. Like we are at like 40 million, I think, up here. Yeah. So
oh, don't worry, we're coming up there. We're not building the wall. We're expand.
Did you guys see that randomly going back to the whole TV thing? South Park. You haven't been keeping up with South Park.
See, I haven't watched South Park in years. Then
that is something like maybe go back like 4 or 5 seasons and like start there and just kind of catch back up because it's only gotten better in my opinion. It's one of those shows that just it's not like it's like the opposite. The Simpsons is kind of just like on this slow downward spiral to they're still on the air, but who the hell even knows anymore? And the South Park is just slowly creeping up. And there's been some really, really hilarious shit on that show.
Yeah, South Park's had some pretty good stuff on it. It's been pretty funny. I never get a chance to. I mean, to get that in is just tough for me to get in with everything else.
Yeah, the thing with them is pretty current with the topics of going on right at the moment.
Well, they had it was either one, maybe even 2 seasons in a row where it was like instead of every episode just being like an episode in its own thing, it was like a whole story kind of. They actually had continuity for the first time ever, and a lot of people hated it, but I think it was actually awesome. Where like Mr. Garrison is basically Donald Trump, and they do like this whole awesome presidential parody thing. That's like I know your feelings on. That's kind of. I think you'd actually get a really big kick out of it. It's fucking hilarious, man.
Let's see. Jason Voorhees. Rain has foiled my plans to shop for Riesling again. Hillbilly, build an ark if you have to and get some wine because Hillbilly does the wine. Make sure you check out his wine channel if you're a wine drinker. That's Hillbilly 101. Basement Beer, Jamie, Toronto and Montreal. Look up the sweater. Jason Voorhees, are you anal when it comes to buying proper glassware for different styles? No, that is the correct way to buy glassware because you want to have the right glassware for the style because different glassware does different things for different beers. South Park, yes, red beer. It has been great for years. So that's from Jamie. Hillbilly, no medium large bowl for everything. So I get a good wife except champagne. Don't know where the wife thing came from. Jamie says creme fraiche and gay fish are 2 of the best episodes of recent years. Thinking South Park, and that's
there's been a couple episodes that have just been gold. And actually, the new game that came out, it's South Park: The Fractured Butthole, whatever it's called.
Yeah, that's the game that's out there now. Yeah,
it's like playing basically a movie of the it's because it's that long, but it's the cutscenes and everything. It's like the TV show to a fucking T. It's really and then coming back to where my train of thought railed off before I first went on the South Park thing, the wall. Where you're talking about like that. There's an episode with the whole Garrison Trump thing where he wants to do the wall, and they go to Canada, and Canada's already built a wall, and it's like it's one of those things where like. It's so awesome over here. You wish you could be over here. Oh, yeah, you wish to be. You can't come in. And they're like, well, fuck you guys. We're coming over your wall because we want to see what's over there. It's so good, man. I highly recommend that shit.
Jason wonders how anal Eric Waite is. I don't know if that's because of glass or anything else, but that's on Jason. That's on you.
What did you say?
You're going to probably need to define that comment a little bit more. But yeah, there's some good stuff out there, and then of course we got the good movies coming out, right? So we got the Avengers coming out with Infinity Wars. That's in May. We got
I haven't seen Black Panther yet.
Black Panther's the bomb. I should go.
Yeah, no, I've heard you talk about it. I already want to see it, but I just haven't had anyone to really go with, and I really hate going to the theater alone. It makes me feel like more lonely and alone than I already am, kind of thing. Like
just push up on a corner or some girl, like, hey, girl.
But
You want to go see Black Panther?
You want to go see a movie there, baby?
Anyway, I'm hoping
How you doing?
it comes out in some way, shape, or form, like at least a day or two before. Well, even like Infinity War, that is going to be seen in the theaters, but I'm going to wait at least. I always wait at least a week, and then usually go in like a Sunday afternoon or something. So there's like me and whoever I'm with, and like 4 other people in the theater. It's awesome. But
it's been out like
I want to see Black Panther before I see that. I downloaded a legal copy of it, and I watched like 2 minutes of it. I couldn't even try. So yeah, I'm waiting for something that I can download and pay for, and then actually like get a full high def copy and watch it, because
I still need to go to Netflix.
I've heard nothing but good things about. Well, I've heard nothing but good things about it, except for the ridiculous, out of nowhere, racist shit that's been. It's racism just makes me mad. I don't want to go on a tangent. I'm sorry. I'm going to end right now.
Well, guys need to still go see. Well, I can't go see it now because it's not in theaters, but I still got to watch Guardian of the Galaxies 2, which is actually on Netflix right now. But I got to watch it before Infinity Wars because it's part of the movies.
Yeah. Apparently, though, like as far as the timeline goes, those 2 movies you're supposed to watch them like back to back or something like that, and they take place a while back or something like that, or like I can't remember. It's like there's like a couple YouTube videos where they explain
they kind of put the whole thing in the
timeline and shit, and that like Guardians, you'll enjoy it. I hope. I got to watch
Thor Ragnarok too. I haven't watched that one yet.
Ragnarok is one of. I've watched that like 8 times now, man. I watched it like 3 nights in a row because it's fucking fantastic, dude. It
looks good. I didn't get a chance to watch
it. It's the humor, Marvel has got that like over DC in like leagues. Oh man, they like the way they meld it together, the serious stuff and then the humor, and it's yes.
But then over here in a separate universe, Deadpool 2's about to come out.
This is true. So I'm very excited for that.
I want to see Deadpool.
You saw the trailer that came out today, right?
Oh yeah, I posted on my thing earlier and people were watching. It's
Nice.
He's like in the X-Men universe, so
X-Force. Yeah, they're doing like the other.
It kind of sucked watching Logan though, because you knew like Hugh Jackman was done with the role. Then it was kind of like bittersweet type ending there. He did like it. I'm hoping whoever they get to eventually, because he's eventually going to be recast. Obviously,
I'm hoping they do somebody. I'm hoping that whoever it is can at least, like, if not possibly surpass Hugh Jackman, but at least live up to that, because Hugh Jackman was great as Wolverine.
Oh yeah, I mean it was like when Angelina Jolie was Lara Croft in Tomb Raider. Like I don't even want to see the new Tomb Raider because she doesn't even remind me of Lara Croft. Like Angelina Jolie was perfect.
Right.
Yeah,
she had the whole like it's funny. She had the original video game body, except they weren't pointy. Basically.
Yeah, I mean she was perfect for the role, and it's kind of like,
in the Marvel universe alone, like there's like Patrick Stewart as Professor X.
Yeah,
like Ian McKellen was great as Magneto, but he wasn't really. If you read the comics, Magneto's not a frail old man with magnet. He's a buff, big guy with magnet powers. So he was good, but he wasn't like perfect. But like Ryan Reynolds, perfect for Deadpool.
Well, a lot better
Wolverine, for perfect
than he was Green Lantern, that's for sure.
No doubt.
I don't share the like absolute hate that so many people have for that movie.
It was great as Green Lantern. This is like Ryan Reynolds' third role in a comic book movie. How many can be too many?
This is
He was in Blade. He was in Blade too. He was in Blade.
That makes 4 then, because he was like, well, if you're got to discontinue the first time you play Deadpool.
Oh, the first time, that's 4 movies.
This is 4 then, yeah.
What the hell?
I didn't even think of that. That's crazy. He's got to be. He's got to have the record right now.
But I mean, Captain America was also the Human Torch in the first.
That's only 2 though. That's only 2.
Yeah, I'm like, there's other actors out there trying to get work. I mean.
This is very valid point. That was actually going back to the whole Guardians of the Galaxy 2 thing. I thought that was Sylvester Stallone is in that movie for a very short. Yeah, he's got like basically a cameo. He plays. I don't want to spoil shit, but he plays somebody in there. He's not in there for long, but it's like any other actor really could have done that, and they just kind of wanted to get his. But they didn't need his star power, so it was like maybe in some other movie he's gonna. Well, the end of the movie, maybe he'll have again. Try not to spoil things. Maybe he'll have more to say then. But yeah, I think you'll enjoy it. It wasn't as good as the first one, but in my opinion, but it was. They had a lot to live up to. Guardians of the Galaxy 1 was kind of groundbreaking in how like they blended the humor and the action, and kind of nobody knew about Guardians of the Galaxy except people that like I did. I watched Marvel cartoons and shit for years. I've always known about them. But a lot of people like, who are these guys? And it became one of their breakout hit kind of things. So Marvel's doing it right.
Sadly enough, I've not seen that one yet.
Marvel's doing better than DC when they're bringing movies out. Although I haven't seen Justice League yet. I finally watched Wonder Woman about a month ago.
Do you know the thing about Justice League and Henry Cavill?
Superman?
Yeah.
I know he comes back in it. I mean,
okay, you don't know
the first one. If you at the end of the last scene,
no. There's a thing. I don't want to say it because people told me about it before I watched it, and I was looking for it. And as soon as you notice it, you can't not notice it. So I'm not going to say what it is, but there was a thing with him in that movie when they did like reshoots, and the movie. There's like a couple. It's a decent movie. It's pretty good, but as far as catching up to what Marvel's doing, they didn't get there.
I don't expect a lot from DC. I think DC struggles with their movies,
but they shouldn't. Like, have you watched their animated stuff?
I've seen some of their stuff, but I mean, as far as the actual movies, though, they do struggle.
But again, like their animated stuff is.
Yeah. Although I did like Suicide Squad, but I liked the comic, and I knew what it was about to expect in it, so I enjoyed Suicide Squad.
Okay. You say that, but going back to the animated thing, if you haven't seen it, Assault on Arkham is the DC movie, animated movie that they basically kind of base this live action movie on, and you watch that animated movie, it makes the live action movie look like garbage. Like they did the Dark Knight Returns, the 2-part thing, Batman Year One. Honestly, like any DC animated movie within like the last 10 years, get it and watch it and maybe it'll make you mad. It'll make you mad because they can't transition into live action with what they're doing with their animated stuff. Kicks the crap out of Marvel's animated stuff. It kicks the crap out of it, but it's the reverse in live action for whatever weird reason.
Yeah.
DC's animated shit is Batman Under the Red Hood.
Yeah.
Watch that and have your fucking mind blown, man. And the voice acting in it, it's fucking amazing, dude. It's so good. So good.
Kansas State is still beating down Kentucky. 47-42 right now.
Yeah, but there's still 11 minutes to go.
Keep having around the 5 and 7 point game.
Although Hillbilly's in the chat, he might be rooting for Kentucky. Although he's down in the Louisville area, I don't know if that's allowed or not.
Yeah, and it depends. It's kind of a finicky area.
Tyler Mansell, he's back, baby. He's drinking a Pilsner Urquell.
What's up, Tyler? Yeah. I don't know if he's. When the comment came up, he might be agreeing with me. My Batman Under the Red Hood comment. It really is hands down like the best DC animated movie.
Hillbilly's starting his new channel tomorrow. Real Police Talk. Come check him out. And Basement asked for you put a link because he couldn't find them. So, and then
what kind of a weird channel is Real Police Talk going to be based on? What is that?
Used to be law enforcement. So,
really?
Usual stuff, yeah.
Okay, so that could be interesting. Randomly in Hillbilly, what's the premise of that? Like, what is Real Police Talk? Or is it like a podcast or something, or talking about stories from things you did back in the day, or
what's his YouTube video?
Yeah, but I was saying, like, he's putting up his first video to his new channel.
I mean, if it's a live stream, you might be asking questions. If it's a live stream,
does he work in law enforcement?
I'm asking him to promote this right now and tell us what it's all about.
I don't think Hillbilly does it now in law enforcement. I think he used to, but he can. Again, he can respond. He's in the comments. That's
what I'm going for, man. Christ, that's all I want.
About.
Just like Mueller's going to say to Trump, just answer the damn question.
Yeah, just answer the damn question.
Oh, don't even get me started on that. I mean, there's more turnover there than that.
He's only being
Heidi Slice party.
He's only being sued by three different women right now for like sexual harassment stuff. I saw that in a YouTube news thing I watched recently.
We brought back Captain Kangaroo now.
Homie's old.
What? Really?
That's what the joke is like John Bolt because he has the mustache like Captain Kangaroo. He's taking over from McMasters, who stepped down.
I want to see that. You guys heard about that new documentary, or I don't know if it's a movie. There, it's about Mr. I can't. Mr. Dress Up is the person here, and it's Mr. Rogers there. And I was like trying to say Dr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers is the one I'm talking about.
You know what, Mr. Rogers?
There's a documentary or something.
Fred Rogers?
Fred Rogers. Mr. Rogers.
Yeah. There's a documentary or something coming out about him on, I want to say maybe HBO or something. It's like but yeah, like did you guys know about Mr. Dress Up?
Mr. Dress Up?
Mr. Dress Up. Mr. Dress. It was like the words dress up, but it was like one word, DRESSUP, but like one word. And he was basically the Canadian Mr. Rogers. He like he had a puppet friends and stuff, and the tree out in the yard and inside.
So he stole Mr. Rogers' idea for Canada.
I don't know, but I think they started actually around the same time.
Look at you trying to get joint credit. No.
You know what? I'm looking that up right now.
Originality.
I'm
trademark infringement there.
I'm honestly curious as to who was first, so I'm looking it up right now.
I never heard of that.
Mr.
We
Rogers.
kept it secret because he was illegally stealing that. The idea of Fred Rogers.
All right, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood began in 50
years ago.
It was 1968.
Yeah.
So
I remember watching Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I think he probably wins, but I'm still curious.
Where did the train go to? Was it Make Believe Land or something?
Yeah, Make Believe Land. Yes.
That reminds me of the skit on Saturday Night Live that Eddie Murphy used to do. Was it Mr. Robinson? Was that Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood or something?
Okay. Hey, right here.
Gotta go, boys and girls.
Okay, what did I say? Mr. Rogers was fucking. What did it start? What was it? Sorry.
It started in 68.
You said it started in 68. Don't you remember?
No, it was I'm looking at the other one now. Mr. Dress Up started February 13th, 1967. Suck it. That's right. Damn right, man. That's fucking crazy.
How long did it go for? Wait.
So now you're trying to say our icon stole something from a person in Canada? Is that what you're trying to say?
That's what you were trying to say, and I just defended myself. And apparently I am saying that now. Yeah, sorry. But
how long did he go for?
4,000 episodes. Holy Christ.
That's a lot of episodes.
But
how long is that?
Main article, wait, right here. Number of episodes for Mr. Rogers. 912. Mr. Dress Up kicked the shit out of Mr. Rogers.
Is this?
Oh my God.
That is a terrible name, by the way.
Yeah.
Mr. Dress Up.
I don't care. He still did it. He still did that. That's fucking insane, man.
4,000 episodes for Christ's sake. That's every day all long.
That's because Mr. Rogers was too busy killing people.
Oh, there you go.
He was a trained killer.
There you go. There you go.
In the comments, Jamie's trying to get Tyler to chug his beer out because the beer doesn't taste as good, he said. So drink it fast.
Oh, they're right there.
Redbeard is trying to get you into his tickle trunk. I don't know if that's part of Mr. Dress Up.
That is, yes, Mr. Dress Up.
Tickle trunk?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know about
Redbeard.
that.
Okay, this is before, like, all you got to think, like, wait, back then, saying that wasn't like it didn't
Some
have
grown man having a tickle trunk.
exactly. Back then it wasn't. It was the guy to entertain. He wasn't. There was no. That wasn't an implication back then. It was like they didn't think like we do now. It's
just like the Catholic Church and altar boys, right?
Hey, Redbeard, what did Mr. Dress Up wear actually?
Again, like he played dress up.
Wasn't it kilt?
He'd go into the tickle truck and had all the costumes. He'd put something on, and then they'd like transport to wherever, and he'd like take them on and take the kids watching on an adventure, just blah blah blah. And fucking, it was fucking cool, man. It really was.
How many actual episodes did he do?
I just said 4,000.
4,000.
I'm not lying. Go to the website. Go to the. I'm on Wikipedia.
So wait a minute. So if he did that every day, he would have been on for 11 years.
That's a lot of tickling.
It wasn't every day, obviously, because he started in 1967 and he ended in the 90s or something.
So probably every other day.
He got arthritis. He couldn't tickle anymore.
No, he got old and
his fingers are all corrupted.
He's now dead. You fucking goddamn bastards. You know what? I was just like trying to prove a point, but you know what? Fuck Mr. Rogers. Fuck him.
Don't say that.
Fucking bastards. Oh. And actually, it says right here, it ran from 67 to 96.
Okay, so you had a good run.
And Mr. Rogers, it's just weird that the number is that much lower.
Still a terrible name.
Oh.
Yeah, Mr. Dress.
You know what? He didn't have, like, Mr. Rogers had that whole, like, weird kind of sound to him, like, hello, children. How are you doing today? How's everyone in the neighborhood?
He was friendly, man.
You watched him. Don't sit there and say that. You watched him too.
Only Mr. Like the rumors about Mr. Rogers, like I think he was actually like supposedly a trained Vietnam killer, and he wore like the long sleeve shirts because he had tattoos all over. Supposedly,
have they been like proven or disproven? Wait,
I don't know if that's true or not.
The main website I was on for him was Fred Rogers. So let's see what he did here. Oh, he died of stomach cancer. That sucks. I didn't know that. That's terrible. That must have been painful.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember hearing that.
Early and personal life, I guess we want to hear. Doesn't say he's red-green colorblind. He swam every morning and he never smoked nor drank.
Mm.
He was a
vegetarian.
Say
they said he was like he was a Green Beret or something.
Wait, no, it actually after this one right here, it said he was a vegetarian on ethical grounds, stating, "I don't want to eat anything that has a mother." Despite recurring rumors, he never served in the military.
Oh.
Okay, there you go. So that discredits that altogether.
So now I'm curious about like what was Mr. Rogers' real name was Ernie Coombs. Like Coombs, his last name is Coombs. Coombs.
So wasn't Fred Rogers?
It's
imposter. All these years, damn it! He was an imposter.
Mr. Coombs probably wasn't as appealing as Mr. Dress Up to kids. I guess what they're going for. When you're a kid, you like to play dress up. It's and you know that's
Redbeard.
Well, Redbeard, I never wanted to play dress up.
That's usually the girls that want to play dress up.
Yeah.
Again,
hey Redbeard,
I had two younger sisters, and they often coerced me. I was like, "I'll clean my room for me." Okay, if you play dress up with us, I'll play dress up, blah blah blah. But so I played dress up a bit randomly. Hey, Mr. Dress Up was born in Maine. Sorry, go ahead.
Why do I think this is a Redbeard story? That could be a Redbeard story.
I'm on the Wikipedia page right now. You're more than welcome to pull it up and read along with me.
No. We want you to post it right now.
There's a red
picture of Mr. Dress Up.
Wait, it says right here he pursued a career in children's entertainment after attending North Yarmouth Academy in Yarmouth, Maine. He was an understudy to Fred Rogers. He traveled to Canada in '63 to work for the CBC on an early version of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
He stole it from Mr. Rogers.
Called Mr. Rogers, but like one word, Mr. Rogers altogether. Rogers moved back to the States. So Mr. Rogers was actually in Canada back then. And then Coombe stayed in Canada, and he joined a series called Butternut Square. That
Mr. Dress Up was in Butternuts.
So like they neither one of them. I don't think neither one of them really stole. They basically like worked on.
Well, if he was an understudy, he learned from Mr. Rogers.
But they worked together in TV and stuff, so they probably like
But you said he was an understudy.
Todd, is that him?
Yeah, but that was when they were in college, so they probably didn't like necessarily have that idea.
Is that him? That's the guy right there.
Is that him, Todd?
What's happening? That's a very, very young picture, Mr. Rogers.
No, that's your guy.
No, that's your guy.
That's what I meant. Sorry, that's what I meant. Yeah, that's not how I know him.
Dude, I'm not going to that guy with a tickle trunk.
You can burn in hell. Bunch of goddamn bastards.
You damn Americans.
Yeah, forget that. I don't care what he says. I'm not going
how many words you have in your pocket. I'm not letting you tickle me.
Basement Beer, thank you for the backup, but please don't try to compare Mr. Dress Up to Teletubbies. Come on, man, or even Barney. He was not that bad. He was.
That's your fellow Canadian describing what he meant to him as a kid.
Jamie, you just ruined. I'm done with this now. Jamie just ruined everything for me. He ruined any chance I had of getting this back. It's gone now. It's all gone. Basically, the Teletubbies. I got a feeling
there's some underlying story here, Redbeard, that you're not telling us.
I never actually he went on tours and stuff, and I never.
He's trying to back you up, he said. He's trying to back you up on Mr. Dress Up.
Yeah, but he's failing. Basically, Teletubbies or Barney the Dinosaur is not helping my cause at all. At all.
Barney's pretty popular. Don't underestimate Barney now.
Yo, Ron, come Oh, God damn it. Again. Yeah. Back then, it didn't have the implications it has now. It just didn't.
No memory. It's like Bill Cosby must have been a guest star of the show.
You know what? He might have been at some point. I don't know. It's possible. That'd be helpful.
Now I'll go with Mr. Rogers to make believe land before Mr. Dress Up and Tickle Tummy or whatever, Tickle Trunk.
You're just pissing him off.
I didn't say it before. Hey, thanks for the invite, guys.
Hey, Jamie tried to back him up. He made it that much better.
Yes, it was great. It was great. Always count on Jamie to lurk at the corner and make everything worse.
Tomorrow night we play at 7:27. We need that win against Villanova. Of course, we beat Villanova and Kansas will win. Kansas will be the only #1 seed left.
The world women's curling championship is happening here right now.
Did we just have it in the Olympics? I mean, there's more curling.
Yeah, what the hell?
This is like the one. I don't know if they care more about it or less, but this is like the
actual in the U.S. We have 47 states that now have curling clubs.
No. Then the best one should theoretically be here in my city right now, representing your country.
Why is that? Didn't the women beat you in Canada in the Olympics? Did the American women win?
I have no idea.
I think the American women won in curling against Canada.
Regardless, that's the Olympics. This is whatever.
Well, you got the best team there if you guys didn't win the Olympics.
Well, maybe it's the same two teams fighting again. I don't know. Fighting.
Not that they're American. Well, they're American.
They're going to pick up the curling rocks and beat each other to death. It's a new song.
They're called stones.
Yeah, not rocks. They're called stones, all right?
You know what? I played curling, and we called them rocks and stones. So.
You can't play curling. You do curling.
I tried that once. The ice was very cold.
Like you can't play swimming. You do swimming, right? You can't. I mean, it's just one of those sports.
I play swimming all the time, man. It's the best.
But you were saying you get ready for
bowling.
There.
Don't play bowling. You just go bowling.
Yeah, you just go bowling.
The actual World Women's Curling Championship is happening here in North Bay right now.
Redbeard, what do you bowl, by the way?
Your average? Do you bowl? What's your average?
I haven't bowled enough to have an average, I guess you'd say, because like there used to be like there's a bowling place here in North Bay, and it's like a 2-floor complex, and the bottom complex used to be 10-pin bowling, and the top is where the 5-pin bowling still is to this day. The bottom is now just a giant carpeted area with pool tables because they took the 10-pin bowling out. The only like I don't like 5-pin bowling. To me, I've done 10-pin bowling, and after doing 10-pin bowling, 5-pin bowling just it's not fun to me. I hate it. It feels like it's for a small child compared to real bowling. And the only way to do real bowling is to travel about 2 hours south from where I am.
I'm going to think
stupid.
You don't do good at 5-pin bowling, do you?
I'm okay, actually. The last time I did it was, I think, 2 years ago, my sister's birthday. She had her party at the bowling alley, and I got at least 3 strikes in my game, so I'm not terrible. But
I've never heard of 5-pin bowling before.
I've never heard of it either.
That just adds to my resentment of it because it's some stupid thing they invented to.
Well, it's like Canadian football. They go to 3 downs there and they widen the field. I was like, "What are you doing? This isn't how it's supposed to be played."
Yeah. It's Canadian for it. Canadian.
Putting their Canadian twist.
I got no input there. Yeah, 5-pin bowling is. I don't know how much. I want to say the ball weighs maximum 10 pounds. Like again, it's been 2 years since I've held one, but they're.
Well, according to Jerry Maguire, the average head is 8 pounds.
How much is you guys would know better than me. That was a good joke. How much is an actual like 10-pin bowling ball weigh?
I mean, my average ball when I bowled was like 16 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, so
damn, son.
How much?
Yeah.
Got the guns, dog. Got the guns.
But anyway, 5 pins. It's played on the same size bowling lane and stuff. It's just there's 5 pins arranged in a V, and you've got a smaller ball. The ball is like it's like the size of a shot put ball kind of thing. I'm trying to figure. I'm going right now like 5-pin bowling on Wikipedia here to see about the ball weight.
Ball weight.
Interesting. The weight of the ball. But Eric.
Well, this is a random thing. It says the balls in 5-pin bowling are small enough to fit in the hand and therefore typically have no finger holes, although the Canadian 5-Pin Bowlers Association, abbreviated to the C5PBA, have approved balls with thumb holes made by one manufacturer. That's fucking hilarious. The Canadian was the one with the thumb hole. My God, we're taking this stupid sport to a different level. Apparently,
you got a thumb hole. Okay, but Eric has an interesting sport that I saw on TV for the first time this week. On that, what we told it was Beers Barbecue and Q. They're up in Detroit, Michigan, and they have a game where it combines cornhole and football tossing. So it's in bowling. So essentially, each side has like 10 pins, and they take footballs, and you have to toss to knock out the pins on the other side.
I'll do that.
But it's only in Detroit. It's only in Detroit. It's the first time I saw that. That was kind of interesting.
Where at in Detroit? Where at?
I don't know. They were visiting, and Kendra from the old Playboy Mansion was touring with the guy, and they went to a spot in Detroit up there. But it's like, I forgot what the name of it's called, but it's basically football kind of meets cornhole meets bowling type thing.
Probably right next to Ford Field, I'd guess.
Maybe. But that's an interesting game. He says it's the only place you can actually play this game in the U.S.
I'm going there.
Yeah.
5-pin bowling balls weigh between 3.5 and 3.625 pounds.
Yeah.
I was remembering them a lot heavier than they actually are, apparently, when I said 10 pounds.
So it says, Tyler says he has a mad hook with my bowling ball strike every time. I'm going to have to call false on that because if you were striking every time, I see you on ESPN with PDW bowling for money and making a lot of good money doing it. But it's nice that you got a hook. Can I bowl? Hell yeah, I can bowl, son. I forgot my average was. I mean, back when we used to bowl in college, I think my average was like 180 or 190 or something, but I don't really bowl as much now. Tyler did say he didn't know 5-pin bowling was a thing, so that's pretty cool. Junior's in the house. Papa Top Junior's got a new station. You may have known him before as Boondock Beer Reviews, but now it is Junior's Brew Review. So he says Papa Top. And Tyler says, what up, Backwood? Or should I say Junior? Basement Beer said, it is fun. You can whip the balls. Talking about the 5-pin bowling. And Tyler says, Roger, oh, I challenge you. That would be fun. And Eric Lions fan, 141 was his average. Oh, there you go.
Not bad, not bad.
Actually took a credit in college for a class. One of the classes was bowling in my senior year.
I need more of the alcoholic beverage. I shall return momentarily.
And Junior said, what's good, y'all? Hopefully you're doing all right there, Junior. And Junior's building up his new station. Oh, Kentucky took the lead. Oh, shit.
Yeah, he just took the lead.
Come on, Kansas State. Come on.
Kentucky, they're playing good right now.
Well, I'm going to take off, guys. I got to work in the morning, so.
Yeah, I got to work too.
Yeah, same here.
I mean,
of course, Redbeard's going to probably do some more gaming.
Redbeard? Yeah, he's been on that, I don't even know what it is, Castle game or whatever now.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks kind of cool, though.
Yeah.
I still got to get a mouse and a keyboard yet for mine.
Still?
Yeah.
You should have just got a console. You'd have been already rolling.
I know. I should have been. I would have been already rolling.
You could have been on PS4 or Fortnite with me and Todd.
Yeah.
We need to play again, Todd.
Yeah, we need to do that this weekend. Are you busy this weekend?
I should be around. Depends. We might have to go to Columbus tomorrow or Saturday for a thing. I'll be around tomorrow, but we'll be back on Sunday.
Hit me up if you hit me up.
Yeah, we'll wait to see if it's going to snow or whatever, and if we're going to try to drive up there or not for this thing. But I'm hoping we kind of go because I'm going to pick up some beers up around the Columbus area because they got some good breweries up there too.
Yeah. Well, if you're around, let me know. I'd definitely be up for playing some.
All right. Let's see. Tyler.
All right, guys. I'm going to skedaddle, so take care.
All right, brother. Have a good one. Thanks for coming on.
All right. Thanks, Rod. Thanks, Todd, for joining me.
And make sure you guys check out Eric and Lions fan channel.
Yeah, I do Detroit Tigers, Detroit Lions, Michigan State football, a little bit of basketball, and beer reviews. So check me out, guys. Eric and Lions fan on YouTube.
And Jamie said everyone should sub to him on Basement Beer because he'll do a Tickle Trump video.
All right, guys, take it easy.
All right, brother. Good night.
Yeah, you too.
And yeah, he said also all the 5-pin bowling news.
God damn it! I ran back and tried to make it in time to say goodbye, and I missed it. Jesus Christ! The game I'm playing is called Kingdom Come Deliverance, and it's the first, it's the first real kind of role-playing game I've ever played in my life. Like, you start the game, you're the son of a blacksmith. It's set back in medieval times. There's no magic. There's no dragons. It's actually they spent a lot of time developing it and consulting a bunch of different historians and trying to get it very accurate. So the area you're in is it's what it would have been like back then. You're in the Czech Republic back then or something like that.
Yeah.
And you're the son of a blacksmith and your parents get murdered and stuff, and you don't know anything. You're this stupid kid that knows how to help his dad be a blacksmith, and that's it. And that's how you start the game, is you're basically a moron who needs to learn how to do everything. So you have to practice at things and learn things and talk to people and it's incredibly in depth, man. You kill somebody, it has consequences. People see you, but even if they don't see you, every single NPC in the game is a person that has a home, has a bed they sleep in every night. They wake up in the morning, they leave their house, they go to their job, whatever, they go home. So if they die, if they're gone, people will notice they're missing, and it could raise your level of suspicion if you're a new guy in town and stuff like that. The guards might randomly want to just come up and search you if you look too conspicuous. It's happened a couple times.
I'm waiting to see Red Dead Redemption 2 come out this year. That's what I want to see.
I got Far Cry 2 coming soon. That's going to be a pretty cool one.
Are you going back to try it? I know Far Cry 5 is about to come out.
That's what I meant. Sorry, yeah, Far Cry 5. I have a pre-order. Right, $120 I spent on the fucking gold edition. Wow. Yeah, but Kingdom Come. But I'm going to be spending my time between that and this Kingdom Come, man. It's so good. It's just like so. It's so ridiculously immersive. I just can't get over it. Like I was the other day. Sorry, I think it was a live stream last night. I streamed like 6 hours, like 2 days in a row of this goddamn game. It's so addictive. But
I saw you playing it a lot. Yeah,
I was in a town and I went to the local scribe, which is like the person who can teach you to read and stuff. They have all the books, and I knocked him out and robbed him. I think I knocked him out, or he might have just been sleeping. Either way, I robbed him. Right. And I went and I wanted to just like read all the books and get my reading level up. And a guard came up to me and wanted to search me. So I was like, oh shit. So I ran around like a corner and dropped all my stolen stuff that I had on me, and then came back out and met him. And he's like, I want to search you. I'm like, go ahead and search me. Search me. Nothing. Okay, you got nothing. Okay, fine. So I go back and start picking up the stolen stuff again. And then some random villager comes around the corner. That's stolen property. Guard. And fucking it's just the way that people interact with you and stuff. It's really, really well done. I like it a lot.
So it's pretty intuitive then.
It's I can't even like compare it really overall to like any other game I've played before. Maybe like Fallout New Vegas, maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
But like everything you do has like consequences in the world and shit, and it's just really well done.
No.
Except it's funny because when I'm live streaming, I use my controller. And in order the lock picking mechanism in this game, with a controller, it's like broken. It's so hard to pick a lock with a controller. But if I grab my keyboard and my mouse, it's the easiest thing in the world. So it's like when I'm live streaming, it's like, just give me a second. I gotta grab my lock picking kit, and it kind of brings it gives it another kind of level of immersion, I guess. Almost, it's fun.
But Jamie said he just saw that we did Founders tonight, didn't realize it. He'd been working through his last Founders over the last couple weeks. Yeah, we did Founders earlier and talked about the Founders beers. Junior, so he lost over 500 subs, so he's starting over. Because Junior started a new channel. So make sure you check out Junior's Brew View. And Jamie only has one left now with Founders, one bottle of CBS.
Oh.
And Squirrely says, hey, Squirrely.
Squirrely. That's an interesting name.
I wonder if the CBS is the 22 ounce or is it the 12 ounce? Because you get the 12 ounce in Canada.
I'd imagine it's the 12. He's up here. I think.
Squirrely said you are all bald. That's something.
That is something.
It is something. Yeah. I mean, I got a hat on, but my head's shaved as well, and Taz is shaved, and Red's is shaved. So yeah, you just missed Eric. Eric's head wasn't shaved though.
I got a day or so worth of stubble going on.
12 ounce. I got the 22 ounce, Jamie. I need to do a review on that this weekend. I might do a live review on the CBS.
Do it up.
So what are you drinking, Squirrely? Are you drinking anything?
We're all just sitting here patiently waiting for the answer.
You gotta get up at 5:30 in the morning.
I do. Yeah, I'm gonna hop off here, I think.
Yeah, I do wrap up too because I gotta get up at trying to get up at 6 tomorrow.
I had to wake up early today, so I'm going to pass out probably pretty soon myself and sleep for some time.
Yeah, if I was working at home tomorrow, I could stay out a little bit longer because I just walked 20 feet to my office like I am now. But
I had to be I had to be in my buddy's van and leaving town at 8 a.m. this morning. Usually 8 a.m. is quite often my bedtime. So my body was like, "What are you doing?" When I woke up this morning, it was an interesting first few hours where my body was like, "This isn't right. Things are this fuck everything right now." But yeah, I made it, and I finished my training course thing that I had to do, like at least a half an hour before the other two guys I was with. It was funny.
Tyler said he's drinking a Bud Ice, but it has no date on it. You're drinking a Bud Ice. It doesn't even matter.
It doesn't really matter. And that's on you.
But yeah, thanks for everybody watching. I think I'm gonna jump off.
Yeah.
Get up early. I know Todd does too.
Hey, thank you very much again, Rod, for the invite.
Thanks,
even though you tried to tear one of my childhood heroes apart and all that fun stuff.
It's what we do when we become adults. We start breaking down other people's dreams.
Good time, man.
Make sure you guys check out Red Beer's channel as well.
Thanks, man.
And his beard, B-E-E-R-D, even though he has a long red beard, it's not spelled like beard.
Because it's beer. I'm so witty like that. Here.
Beer.
I put a P in there, didn't I? I put your
he's a
phone.
witty kind of guy. And also in the chat, make sure you check out some of these other guys' channels.
Yeah.
Tyler Mansell has his channel, Basement Beer with Jamie, and Junior's Brew. Get Junior back up to speed. Make sure you guys clap in and check out his channel as well. And appreciate everything. Hillbilly Wine, thanks for swinging in tonight. He does all the wine reviews down there outside the Louisville area, so check him out too. And check out My Bourbon Journey, who does a lot of bourbon stuff. If you like bourbon, which I do because I'm in Kentucky, make sure you check him out too. That all being said, I'm going to sign off. And
Cheers. Thanks, Jamie. Just did that one random last thing. Thanks so much, Jamie. I love you, buddy.
And we'll see if Kansas State ends up holding on and beats Kentucky, or it goes the other way, because we'll see what happens there. But thanks again. Keep drinking those good craft beers. Remember, there's always time. Get your beer on. Cheers, and catch you next time.